All right. So we're here to talk about data innovation, a lot of interesting stuff going on. So I'm going to let the panelists introduce themselves and talk about what you want to talk about. So, Crissi, go ahead.
Well, hello.
Why are you here? What do you want to talk about?
You invited me. So my name is Crissi Cupak. I am the head of product at PMG. And PMG has our own platform technology called Alli. So that's really the product.
All right. Looking forward to hearing about it.
I'm Scott McKinley. I'm the founder and CEO of Truthset. Truthset is a company that has figured out how to validate the accuracy of the world's consumer data.
Which is a new area, right? Because it's very hard to tell what the accuracy of data is, right?
That's right. Would you like me to expound on that?
I would. I was trying to find out what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's look. I mean, there's a funny thing about ad tech. Like, if you're in ad tech long enough, you try to get out at some point, and you can't because you built so much.
Impossible.
You've got so much institutional knowledge of how stuff actually works that you're just stuck. So I decided if I'm going to stay in ad tech after you and I overlapped at Nielsen for the 16 seconds you were there some years ago.
10 months. I got a patent out of it.
But I decided I better try to do something that I feel good about, and that was to solve the problem of data accuracy. And like, the way I look at it is a lot of the data that's being used to drive all this targeting is really just a noise machine, and there's not a lot of clarity around how accurate it is. Even good data can be, you can have a data set that's got really good data in it, middling data, and just this is completely wrong data in it, and nobody knows the difference. So we at Truthset, we built a collective of the 22 largest data providers in the country. It's like a federated identity and attribute system that lets us basically prescribe accurate identity and demography to 1.4 billion email addresses, 285 million adults. It's great. And the other thing we're doing is turning that into data ratings, which, having been in Nielsen, I understand the power of ratings. It's a great way for buyers and sellers to understand data quality and buy or sell the best, the next best, the middling, and the who knows what it is data.
And are you figuring out the truth by cross-referencing all the data sets to see where they agree? I think they call that a confusion matrix. That's my favorite phrase.
Yeah, it's not kind of. It's more sophisticated. We have a
sure.
patent on it. It uses Bayesian priors. We pre-test every single data provider by attribute to see how good they are against a validation set, and then use that as a weight to judge whether or not we should trust them when they say Ari's female.
And how is They should trust that. It's very hard to tell nowadays. But how is PMG utilizing this, and how does it relate to your product innovation?
Yeah, so let's talk about why we're here together.
Yeah.
Maybe. So Alli, as I said, is the marketing operating system of PMG. 100% of our clients are on that technology. And it powers the workflows, the reporting, the planning, the measurement, everything that we do as a marketing company. But we are launching soon, and we're announcing it here at Cannes, the Alli Marketplace. And the Marketplace is effectively a way for our clients to extend and expand the value of the Alli platform. And we do that by working with third-party partners of ours, and Truthset being one of the most leaned-in, excited partner with us on this, so that we can take the data that's already sitting inside of our systems, the onboarded client data, the performance data that's there, the first-party audiences, the third-party audiences, and send it over to Truthset directly within our platform to platform, and make it a much more discoverable system. So that's what we are actually demoing in our space is the Truthset integration in our marketplace.
Let's do a plug. So where could they find this demo?
The demo, if you're here at Cannes, you can find it at the PMG Villa. Okay. But if you go to events.pmg.com/Cannes, you can register for that and get the location.
All right, you heard it here first. But I'd like to hear a little bit more about this marketplace. So PMG it's fair to call it an agency, right? Is that a fair
That's how we're described by other people outside of the company, yes. We call it a marketing company that's driven by technology.
Okay, great. And so when you have a marketplace, the first image that comes to mind is a self-service, someone clicking, going, hey, I should buy that, maybe I shouldn't buy that. Whereas I'd imagine it's a little more of an involved conversation and more advice involved.
It is, and that's actually part of the reason why we built it. Is we have this technology since 2014, and we've been building integrations in that time. So we have 100 plus partners already that have some sort of implementation within our platform, but they're not discoverable. We've been reacting to requests from customers. Now we can be proactive. We can put together a curated list of, this is a challenge that you're trying to solve. We have vetted partners. We have trusted technologies that we like to work with. Here are the ways to solve it, and a transparent pricing, a very clear value proposition of what you're going to get with that application. We're not necessarily selling through an entire platform, although in some cases we are, but in some cases we're building bespoke applications where we are working with that technology to build something very new to offer to them.
Right. Makes sense. So other than saying like everyone, but which types of customers and which types of use cases is this sort of, data ratings or just in general data quality the most vital for?
Well, we're limited right now to 25 demographics. So we're not in the behavioral data, we're not doing intent data,
Okay.
It's demography. But it's human-based, it's all email, postal-based, it's mapped to census. So you can come into the Alli platform, you can either bring your audience, and we'll tell you what percent of census you're reaching with that demographic audience, and then we'll give you the ability to add to that audience to reach a much, much larger percentage of the census for African-American moms or whatever segment you're going after.
And does it effectively turn into, if I think about outcomes and business metrics, does it turn into ROI?
Well, it's going to turn into ROI because you're not buying a bunch of noise that may or may not be signal, which may or may not be a person, which may or may not be accurate, and on and on and on. You're able to identify the 44 million homes that have a dog in them, and then activate them through the Alli platform. It's awesome. It's a big deal. We're going with the trend of moving away from 20 billion, hex device ID values to wait, this is all about people. An IP address, a cookie doesn't have kids, wallets, pantries, and trips they take. It's people that have that. So let's make this about people and defining people accurately and making it accessible through an awesome platform.
Do either of you have any sort of success stories to share with this sort of technology?
With Marketplace, we haven't actually launched it yet, so we're working with our beta partners. But of course, since, as I said, we've been building partnerships and integrations for 11 years at this point. So we have seen when we embed experiences and when we embed knowledge graphs from our technology partners, from the likes of Amazon and Meta and Google, et cetera, that within the workflows of doing media planning and buying and discovery, that really shortens the time to value for not only our customers, but for our team. We move a lot faster when we work with partners in this integrated way.
Right, having it be all one system is much more
Absolutely.
advantageous, and it probably gets more take-up too, because there's less of a hurdle to starting using
Exactly. Yeah.
And Scott, what about on your side? What have customers actually said? This is always a problem with ratings. How do customers know it works except by referencing you telling them it worked?
Well, first of all, it's funny, when we started, we had such precise ratings for how likely you are to be male. It was literally 0 to 100, that was 0 to 99. And if you think about going to a gas pump, if you went to a gas pump and it was they offered you a dial that said 1 octane to 99 octane, you wouldn't know what to put in your car.
I don't know what octane I need.
You can get 5 octane and pay 10 cents for it, and it'll break your car in half a block. You can buy 99 octane, but it's jet fuel and it costs $200 a gallon. So we realized it was way too sophisticated and granular for everyday use. So we packaged it into ratings, right? So ratings it's AAA, AA, A and B, just like Moody's, super simple. And in terms of our case studies, we serve everybody. Better data literally benefits everybody. It benefits the brand because you get better precision and performance, benefits the sell side because you get better CPM yield, and it benefits the consumer who gets more relevant advertising. So we serve TV networks, major publishers, some very, very, very large CPG companies who are using the data to basically identify and eliminate waste and become much more precise with all of their targeting.
It's fair to say your gender ratings are non-binary? Sorry, I don't have to answer that. So what's next for each of you? Do you want to start, Chris?
Yeah, sure. So with Marketplace, obviously, we're just kicking it off. We're starting with, as I said, vetted, enterprise grade partnerships. We're going to continue to build out the categories, starting with data extension and validation, but also we're doing creative insights with audience discovery, with measurement and forecasting, those kinds of partners. So we'll continue to build that out. The next thing, though, that we're going to be doing is moving into startup space, where we're going to give a launch pad or a location for new tech startups who want to be embedded within the marketplace so they can get higher level discovery and move much quicker.
So do you want to tell our audience your email address so they could all reach out to you about integrating?
You could actually, yes, email me at product@pmg.com.
All right, smart. Smart. And Scott, what do you see moving forward? What's the future of your product?
Well, we're actually, this is the first availability of our rated audiences
Okay.
through any platform at all. So this is kind of a big deal, and we hope to see a lot of throughput and uptake and performance coming through the Alli platform. That's what we're most excited about. After that, it's just propagating this. We literally want to end the debate about what is your gender, Ari? It's objective.
It's a raging debate on Twitter.
But it's like, objectively are what we are for the most part. Like, I am this, I am that, I'm this other thing. And it shouldn't be 22 different versions or guesses at what you are. That really is a mess, especially against the walled gardens. We've got near perfect identity and the ability to do, PII-based syncs, which is why they're running away with the media dollar, right? So we want to level the playing field and bring the open programmatic up to a common understanding that's objectively accurate about people, their identity, and their demographics.
Wonderful. A super interesting conversation. Everyone give a hand to our panelists.